Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Mead. I want to go over with you today about how to be a little bit of a reading detective. So before we get started, I want to see if you can get two things for me. If you have your dry erase board and marker, get it. And if you don't, that's okay. Just get a piece of paper and a pencil because I'm going to have you write something. So I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do that. Well, you have about 30 seconds. So today, with your dry erase marker and board or a pencil, we're going to go over our objective, our goal, or sometimes people call it an I can statement. And it says, I can answer questions by. And then I left a blank because we have to figure out that blank by being good detectives. I got my magnifying glass out. Now, when you're answering questions from a book, sometimes, in fact, most of the time now that you're in third grade, here's what you need to do. You need to be a detective in the book. So if they ask you a question, you just don't say, well, I don't know. You go in the book and be a detective. I always say, open that book up. So, in the book, and these are the two words I want you to write on your dry erase board right now. And these are the words. Text, evidence. Text, evidence. So, I'm going to write them on my dry erase board, and I want you to write yours too. Just say text, evidence. And then say it out loud. Text, evidence. Text just means the words. So you're looking for words, and evidence means proof. You have to prove it. So text evidence means that you're using the words to find the proof. So let's look at some text evidence right here because you have to look in the book, and I think most of us know about the pigeon finds a hot dog, and I want you to look at this question. And it says, the text says, does pigeon like hot dogs? Well, to find out, you're going to open the book, and right here, it says, each morsel is a joy, a celebration in a bun. That is text evidence that pigeon likes hot dogs. Now, it doesn't say exactly pigeon likes hot dogs. You have to infer that when pigeon says each morsel is a joy, that means he likes it. So you're also using what's in your head to make inferences because they're not going to give you exactly what the book says. So let's go to this, one of my favorite all-time books, A Bad Case of Stripes. And here's the question. Do you think Dr. Gord is smart? Now, I'm going to do what? Look in the book. And I was a little bit of a detective, and I found out where Dr. Gord was, and there's Dr. Gord right there, and it probably is not going to say Dr. Gord is smart. I'm going to have to figure out. And right here it says Dr. Gord and Mr. Mellon were the finest scientific minds in the land. Well, the finest scientific minds in the land means they're smart. That is my text evidence. So be detective. Go back in the book, open the pages. But now that we're reading so much online, here's how you have to check on your book on the computer. Do you remember this story about the spaghetti? And you see this, that right here, this red sign back and forth is where you have to go back and forth when you're on the computer. Instead of turning the page in here, you go back and forth on this. So today we learned I can answer questions by, and I want you to write again, by using what are those two words called? Text, which means writing, and evidence, which means proof. So use your text evidence. Open your book and go back and forth on those readings. Read, read, read. Mrs. Mead likes to see you read. And use that text evidence.